What's going on, everyone? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those of you stopping by and catching the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, me and George kind of planned this out that we, maybe get together and do a hindsight discussion on now that Bloom's been out for a little bit, maybe things ahead, and just random discussion and just, have great conversation like we normally do, talk with you guys. So George will be joining us here in just a little bit. It was nice to have Justin yesterday. For those of you that didn't see yesterday's live stream, we were talking Tom Fords and, a bunch of other things. It's never just the topic on the live streams here on this channel. So it was great to have Justin when you get an opportunity. If you haven't watched that, definitely check that out. But as far as sin of the day, Nitro Intense. Love the whole triple blacked out look that they got going. I mean, literally everything is just black the hell out. This reminds me of not only Intense, minus the intense amount of oak moss that I get from that. Similar like black currant bomb, but this one's loaded with birch. This is very smoky. And even though the notes don't offer anything leathery, I get a very specific, like rich, smoky leather smell from this one. So as far as like, I would say that there's a lot of similarity to Afton, not only Intense, but the bases are quite different. Because like I said, I don't get loads of oak moss and spicy green and all that good stuff, but I get a bunch of smoky leather out of this one. That, again, I see birch in the notes, but I sure don't see any labdanum or saffron, which I might have overlooked saffron. That could be leathery. But point being, this is some rich stuff right here. Full review coming out tomorrow. This stuff's potent. As per usual, 5 for 5 with beasts in this line. They do not fail. Gotta say, if you want performance for your money, Dumont Nitro line. So let's get caught up in the chat. We'll wait till around 10 minutes and then dive into everything. I don't know how long. George might be here in 5 seconds, might be here in 5 minutes, might be here in 10 minutes. I'm not sure. Whenever he joins us, we will bring him on. Anthony, good to see you. What's going on, Ryan? Wearing Bloom. Great fragrance. Excellent choice. I have it right here for point of reference because I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point. Artisan XX. That is a good one. That is a good one. I do like teal a little bit more. I have both. Joel, good to see you, sir. Zaharoff Regio. Signature Orem for Jumpman 23 up high. T. Summers says, loving Bloom, I need citrine. The citrine restock is coming. 4 ounce with a badass looking plate on it, too. The plate looks really cool. Everybody's going to be super satisfied. He's dropping the 4 ounce and the 2 ounce at the same time. That's in the coming weeks. That's sooner than later. That's coming. I'll definitely, when he restocks it, I'll let you guys know. I'll make a post or something, drop the link so you can get, your 10% off and all that good stuff. Let's see. Q, what's going on, my man? Le Beau Eau de Parfum, the Le Parfum specifically. Well, it's technically an EDP, but they call it a Le Parfum. Designers do that a lot, where they say parfum, but they're not really a parfum. I see you. Good choice. Barry, good to see you, sir. Attraction Fatale. That is Michelle's fragrance. Love it when GZ's on the live. I do as well. I mean, back-to-back days, 2 of my closest friends. Yay me. Go me. I got Justin yesterday. I got George today. Great time on the channel, Let's see. Killian smoking hot. Never tried that. Talked to Ogun EQ earlier today as well. He called me while I was at the gym. So talking to all my boys the last couple of days. Just having some great conversations. It's been nice. Zaharoff Signature Royale. A lot of Zaharoff love for the man of the hour, I guess. I know in Texas at the Lone Star Classic for NXL, yes, I'm talking paintball, they had tornado warnings and they had to postpone everything for a while. So I know there's a lot of tornadoes going on in the Midwest and closer to the middle of the country and everything. So I'm sorry to hear that, Keith. Omaha, Nebraska, and surrounding areas still going on, possibly more to come. Please keep those in the path in your prayers. Definitely hope everything goes well and nobody suffers any loss, anything severe. Invictus to work, Legend Spirit out the shower. Sounds like a fresh, easygoing kind of day. Dilly, how are you? Stevie Jojo, Latafa Al Nashama. Never tried that one. Dan, not the man, wearing Zaharoff Signature Bloom. Excellent choice. Kyler, GZ the Great and Powerful. Indeed, indeed. Mancera Vetiver Sensuel. You got Joel Matrix excited with that choice right there. That's one of his faves. I mean, one of my faves too, but I love all of my Manceras. Not quite equally, some more than others, but that one's one of the more than others. I enjoy that one a lot. Let's see. Have a great stream. We plan on it, Will. We plan on it. Speaking of Tom Ford, Costa Azura, talking about Tom Ford yesterday. I'm a big fan of that DNA I have 3 of the 4. I don't have the private blend release, but I got the 2 signature releases and the Aqua Flanker. And I love them. That's for sure. Prada Luna Rosa Sport, Woody Lamal. Always good to see. Herrera Aqua by Carolina Herrera. I've never even looked into that one before. I did spray Bad Boy Cobalt when I did that video this morning. I was like, because tomorrow I'm finally putting aside Zanzibar back in rotation. When I smelled it, I was like, because we're probably going to the beach tomorrow. My wife did sunburn herself pretty badly at the pool yesterday, so maybe we're not going to the beach because she fell asleep in the sun. She is roasted on the back. Yeah. So, and she was wearing tanning oil, not sunscreen, so she is extra crispy. So we may not. She's been taking care of lotion and everything, trying to get her skin right. So don't want to burn a sunburn. So if her skin's okay, we're gonna hit the beach tomorrow. If not, maybe next week. Not the end of the world. I got a bunch of shit to do. All my shelves and the new standing desk to move this sofa out of here. All that stuff came in today. So I'm building furniture and reorganizing everything this weekend. I got a lot of shit to do anyway. So it won't be the end of the world if we miss the beach. And if we miss the beach, I'm moving that and I'm going Bad Boy Cobalt is the point of me saying all this. If we're going to the beach, I'm going with the beach fragrance. If we're not going to the beach, Bad Boy Cobalt, because that's the 2 I've been itching to throw back in the rotation. I love both of those fragrances. They're very much me fragrances. Jay, good to see you. Coco Loco, a lot of Zaharoff love for this. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. Speaking of the beach life, I did. I saw it was like 2 days ago. It got announced, and I've been to the website and can't put a U.S. phone number and address in. Like it only lets you put United Kingdom. Like I can put my full address, state and everything, but when it goes to country, the only option is United Kingdom. And for phone numbers, I can't put a U.S. phone number. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out a way here. Like I might have to, like somebody made a joke in my comments earlier about me hitting up the Fragrance Apprentice. I might have to pull that favor from George Atkinson and say, hey man, can you buy this for me and I'll pay for everything and you box it up and send that shit to me? I might have to do that. I'm going to try to make it happen on my own first, but I may pull the favor to my dear friend over in Scotland and get that because my ass is getting a bottle of this 2016 Aqua re-release. It's exclusive to their website in the UK. For those of you that didn't know, iFragrance dropped it in their stories like 2 days ago. Yeah, I very much want to get that. I will get it some kind of way. From my understanding, it's not coming to the States. At least right now, it's exclusive online in the UK. But then again, Invictus Parfum is an online exclusive currently, but they're not going to keep it that way forever. So I don't know about Aqua 2016's long-term exclusivity. I'm getting a bottle. Some kind of way, I'm getting a bottle. Fully on time today. Lamari Porthole. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody more in love with that fragrance than Randy. Fragrance dude. He is head over heels. He bought a bottle. He loves that fragrance. And look, I get it. It's phenomenal. If you like tropical fragrances, it's one of the best I've ever smelled too. But to see his reaction, I was so glad I sent him that decant because he found something he really loves and he bought a bottle from it. That's what this is about, man. That's what the decant swaps are for. Trying something new that I liked to see if they would like. And here you go. Randy ended up getting a bottle. Latafa Ajazi Silver Intense. Good stuff. Same bottle. Yeah, I know the bottle. It's the same bottle. I don't think it'll be exact 1-to-1, but the picture looks like it is. I wonder if it's going to be just as frosted. I don't know. I'm going to find out, though. I will have that bottle in hand at some point. Mark my words. I'm going to end up spending way too much on it, but I don't care. I'm going to get it. It's still going to be cheaper than buying one of the old ones on eBay. So, guys, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Kix Griffey, I see you, my man. Darren J, I see you as well. Pop Fritz, I see you, sir. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because I'm pretty far behind. Scent Dragon, long time no see. Hope you're well, sir. Sneaking in for a few while I get away from the insanity of family life. Scent of the day is Happy Land Studios Plum Loco. May EJ rest in peace. And it's unfortunately, you can't like everything. That's one of the few, believe it or not, that I'm not a fan of from the house. I know it's in the realm of Tom Ford's Plum. I never say the J word right. Justin talked about it yesterday. I was never a fan of, that's like my least favorite of EJ's creations. Not a bad fragrance, just isn't for me. EJ's got so many great creations. I'm so glad that he was able to leave a legacy with his creations. I mean, well beyond perfumery, the man, a long time successful musician and everything. Like there's way more to EJ Wells than Happy Land. But that was the latter portion of his life. So what a wonderful guy with a brilliant mind. And he's just super creative. And may EJ rest in peace for sure. Well missed, I got to say. Good to see you, sir. Aaron Terrence Hughes, Neon, Dakota, I see you. The Blur, Steel Warrior, I see all of you guys. Nothing, because I'm sick, can't smell a thing, and haven't gone anywhere. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you get to feeling better soon. Eddie, I see you, sir. So I'm skipping around a little bit, trying to get caught up. Sandy McConnell, I see you, sir. I'm just slowly making my way down so we can get kind of close. My main man, my brother from another mother, the soon-to-be birthday boy. His birthday is coming up right around the corner. Mr. Dedrick Hicks Jr., FWO for life, indeed. JT, good to see you, sir. So in Kansas City for him as well. So prayers up for you guys as well. Kahira, big man, what's going on? Aqua Cindy Alley Blue, heading to Baton Rouge for the weekend. Man, I hope you have a great weekend. It's always a good time. Always a good time. I'll let him explain that. That's not for me to explain, but there's a reason he doesn't do PayPal. There's a reason he stopped doing it. That's up to him to explain it. He stopped doing it a while back. It's been a couple of years now. But the beauty of this is if you have PayPal, you have a checking account and debit card. Just saying. So skipping ahead, Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Fragrance Eternity, I see you, sir. Lemon Dolce, you smell nice and fresh, crisp, fresh cut lemons, white florals, musk. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. eBay. They ain't coming back, my man. So whatever resellers or Facebook groups, some people get rid of them here and there. You'll see a lot of in search of posts. And then whatever they're going for on eBay, you're going to pay more than we sold them for. Just know that people are going to gouge you. Yeah. That's the way. eBay and Facebook groups. Outside of that, I couldn't tell you. That's the two ways I know are certain that you can find them though. Just know there's people like selling, like there's a listing, I'm sure it's still there. That was like over $2,000 for all 6, the first 3 and the second 3 unsprayed. Like the dude's selling a lot of them, like $2,400 or something like that on eBay. So some people are being ridiculous. So look, they're beautiful creations. I don't want you to feel like you have to have it for $500 or $600 a bottle. It ain't that serious, man. I'm just saying, it ain't that serious. These people are wild resellers, man. Craziness. Eddie, my man, welcome back. I believe you remember before. I think that's a renewal, if I remember correctly. What's going on, Montrese? How are you, big dog? Strong with you tobacco. Excellent choice. You didn't have ombre tobacco? No, I still haven't tried it. I'd be happy to send you a decant. Just tell me where. What was that in your avatar? Ooh, boy, chrome firearms always draw me in. Love the grips and everything. Shit, what you got right there? I'm assuming something like that. That's a picture of something from your personal collection. You know, shiny objects drew me in. What can I say? Man, I appreciate the offer. Honestly, if I was to take somebody up on that, I would take my man Dave Cali up on that because he's offered it to me a bunch of times. So I appreciate the generosity. If I ever do get the itch to really try it, I'll probably just take him up on it because he's been on me for like 3 years to send me a decant out of his bottle. And he's a dear friend of mine. So I appreciate the offer. Very kind, very generous. I just got to get the itch for it. There's so much stuff I want to try all the time, you know. So we are 14 minutes in and time for me to fuss somebody. I put the fuck. I'm dead serious. That's what I put. The fuck. So let's see. Hitting them with the custom emojis. I love it. I love it. Set sail St. Bart's, and then later Coach for Men. Excellent choice. Nice, versatile, fresh stuff. Copper Stills Watermelon Shine. Ooh, man, is that a good one? Super unique stuff too. Jason, good to see you, sir. Wearing tuxedo, excellent choice. Kevin, good to see you. Sidrap Boise, just bought it and can't wait. I hope you enjoy it. We always need more likes. Let me see where we're at with it. We got 116 people so far waiting on the man of the hour. 63 likes. Oof. Stab me in the heart, why don't you? Guys, we're better than this. Just as fast as you can blink. Hit that thumbs up for me, please. Because it does help. Because we can turn that 116 into 200 like that if y'all would hit these likes. I'm telling you. It feeds the algorithm. That's the listing I'm talking about. That's exactly right. Roy, good to see you, sir. Creed Vintage Cologne, my favorite Creed fragrance. Lodisi Vintage from the 90s. Damn. Well, look who showed up in backstage flicking his fan out. I'll be damned. I guess the fuck was the text that worked. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I got a middle finger. That's good enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Zaharoff. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Mr. Ross. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It is always great to see your beautiful face. I'm glad I could trigger your presence by saying, the fuck? What are we doing here?
Well, no, I was waiting for the sign for when you wanted me to come on because I know that you like to have the engagement with your fellow members. And
that
so
I do.
I was waiting for the
I did not know you were waiting for that. My fault.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm watching the conversation and everyone talking, so
Good to see you, Mikey. So I have to ask, which of the children are you wearing today?
I'm wearing this, my citrine.
Uh-oh, you're making some people jealous now. Scott, good to see you, my man. You make some people jealous now. That was in the beginning of the chat. People were talking about they need citrine. When are we looking at a restock, George?
So this is what happened. I filled 8 different fragrances, and I forgot to put citrine in there.
Uh-oh.
And so when I saw the bill of lading, because all the fragrances are filled for the whole year, so they're all macerating in the warehouse. And when I didn't see citrine, I'm like, where's citrine? They had the oil. I forgot to put it on the purchase order. So I have to wait. Even though the ancillaries already, I've got lotion, soap bars, and I forgot to fill citrine.
Well, not the news I'm sure y'all were looking for, but it is what it is.
We'll see. I'm hoping to get it. I'm hoping to get it this month. We'll see.
I mean, as long as you get it for summer, I think everybody will be happy.
It's very frustrating, though.
Oh, I can imagine. Like I said, I'm sure this isn't what everybody wanted to hear, but I mean, things happen.
I'm only one person.
Indeed. It's not a huge operation, guys. It is the man you see.
The moment I go live, I start to sweat.
No reason to be nervous here.
No, but just the fact that, I'm not nervous at all. I'm joking. I think I get anxious.
I get it.
I totally get it. Anxious. I don't know.
Oh, by the time I get out of this chair, I'm stiff because I've been sitting the whole time. And my lower back will have sweat and everything just from sitting here. Because I get it. Your body temperature goes up. The whole motion of the engagement of the conversation.
Right.
Into it.
I see everybody saying hello. Hi, everybody. I have everyone. Let me see if I could do that.
So I figured, I got it on TV. I figured everybody would start asking about the blue. I'm seeing comment after comment on the new portion of the chat. So before we potentially discuss any of that, how are you feeling about Bloom since it came out, George?
I'm surprised that it received the love that it's getting. Like you don't see a lot of, this is like a tough group. And you called it though. You said that, I have my little baby here.
Well, and I've seen a lot of posts about it's not that feminine. I had to tell you guys it was because I know if I wouldn't have said, oh, it's not that feminine, it'd have been the opposite. Like, oh, this is so feminine.
Right.
That's too feminine for me. Because I haven't seen a lot of that. I've only seen a few where it's like, oh, I had to give it to my wife. She loves it. Too much for me. It's mostly been they actually find it quite masculine for what it is. And it's because of the resins. It really is. I saw EQ mention that it's kind of like rosé if you swap out the rose for the jasmine. It's close, but this doesn't have the level of sweetness. It doesn't have that sugar of rosé, but I see where he's coming from. He's not wrong, Subtle nuances besides that, but in the most simple way to look at it, kind of sort of.
I mean, because
resin is floral.
Right, the floral, but the rosé, it's because the base is the base for Bloom is the signature pour homme. The base for rosé is the noir. So go figure that one out.
So here's my next question.
Oh boy.
So you like the you know how everything's been going with Bloom, but I've been teasing, and I've been teasing about Seraphim Blue.
Yeah.
When can we expect to start pre-sale on Seraphim Blue?
I'm thinking maybe after Mother's Day. That's
Which
kind of
is
what I'm
what
thinking.
day? That's mid-month, correct?
Yeah. Alexa, when is Mother's Day?
Mother's Day is a celebration honoring motherhood and the influence of mothers in society. It is celebrated on various days in many parts of the world, most commonly in the months of March or May.
Alexa,
That was wordy.
Mother's Day, the date in the United States.
She give you the definition of Mother's Day.
In the United States, Mother's Day will be celebrated on Sunday, May 8th.
May 8th. Not too bad. Next week.
That's a week and a half from now because we're 4 days left in the month. So that's right under 2 weeks from now. So guys, there you go. So because I haven't really broke down the scent profile, obviously I haven't shown anything, but I've been teasing because I'm excited. I told them how it's officially going to be my number one over Rosé, which anybody that knows how I feel about Rosé was very surprised and taken back by that because it's if you understand my taste, that's powerful for me to say something's dethroning Rosé because there's a bunch of stuff that came close. And Rosé is a timeless masterpiece to me. I love that fragrance. I genuinely love that fragrance. I wore it a few nights ago.
And you could get and it's long lasting.
And it's not obnoxious. Seraphim
Yeah.
Blue, it's not obnoxiously loud.
How do I get back to the main? How do I get to see your? Now, can you see me? Yes. All right, good. Okay. Now I could see you too. So if you want a sample of Seraphim Blue, you can get it on the Zaharoff website. You can get all of the samples on the Zaharoff website.
And that's when pre-order starts or when launch happens?
Someone asked me for Bloom. But I think
for Bloom? Oh, because you said Seraphim Blue.
So let me say why I do the pre-sale.
Okay.
I do the pre-sale because there are many people, many people that have supported me. And so I do the pre-sale for those that are diehard Zaharoff individuals who, the Zed heads that support Zaharoff. So I do the pre-sale for them. It doesn't go in the market in Australia, the UK, Israel, South America, all the other markets that we sell Zaharoff to. Mm-hmm. The pre-sale is only for this group of people in the United States. The official launch, when that happens, it's then available in other markets too. Because what happens is that I do a pre-sale, and then there's Boba Fett in I don't know, Spain, in Barcelona, who goes to their store and say, George has a pre-sale for this much. Can you match it?
Mm-hmm.
And they can't because the price structure is different.
Mm-hmm.
And so where am I going with this? So that's why the pre-sale, the samples are not available. If they want to wait until the official launch, then I do it.
There you go. There's your answer.
I don't know if anyone knows what Zanzibar, like where is Zanzibar?
I don't know, but they're talking about this fragrance right there. Latafa Assad Zanzibar. It's a tropical coconut fragrance that came out this year.
So Zanzibar is off the coast of Tanzania. Mm-hmm. It's literally a 10-minute flight from Dar es Salaam, or if you're from that area, it's just simply called Dar, which is the capital of Tanzania. Mm-hmm. And it's an island that has, it used to be a trading post from the Far East for Africa and Europeans. And so it's a really unique island. It's fabulous, by the way. The Kapinski has a great resort, but I'm just throwing it in there.
World traveled.
Couple times I've been to Zanzibar. It's fabulous. I did a collection of neckwear and cufflinks. Sometimes you see it floating around of my Zanzibar collection. So they have these beautiful wooden doors, and each of the wooden doors were for separate buildings, famous wooden doors. Each one of them had their own carvings. But yeah, Zanzibar is fabulous. So back to this. You look good. You look thin and trim.
Thank you,
You look
George.
good. Yeah, you look good.
I was 175.6 this morning.
That's crazy. You know, you have the type of like look where maybe if you started going to the gym, I think that I think that you might look better. You know, like you might fill up a little bit.
Yeah, you never know. I could go for some carbs right now because I feel so small all the time. I'm flat and depleted.
It's awesome.
But
I know we
that's
have
how
that,
you burn fat, you know?
but I don't know how you do it. I think it's incredible.
So I have someone crying very hard that's new to the chat. So let me acknowledge this
Okay.
gentleman real quick. He retracted one comment already. So let me go through each of them to make him feel special because he is doing some serious whining right now.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's going by Schoolin. So Schoolin says, "Do y'all answer questions with a fox laughing, crying?" He meant I waited 2 weeks to comment with another crying, laughing emoji.
And 2 weeks. Wait, they waited 2 weeks because
Yeah, because you have to be subscribed for 2 weeks to comment
Yeah.
in the live chat. It's to keep the trolling down a little bit.
I'm
So
bracing myself for the name schooling. Are we about to get schooled?
maybe so, because
Okay.
I might hurt his feelings. Their feelings get hurt here pretty easy.
He's laughing.
So Ferragamo Blue or Nitro Red, wildly different scent profiles, sir. Basically watermelon Hawass versus a very powdery, kind of like Dylan Blue fragrance. Not quite Dylan Blue, but so wildly different. So I'm going to give you an answer you're not going to like and say both because they're very affordable. They're both very different and they're both very good, in my opinion. So hold on. Next, no likes. He's saying he's not going to like this video.
Oh, okay.
And he put, "They're ignoring me."
Well, then I give you a hug.
I'm fasting. I am not fasting. I am dieting for a bodybuilding competition June 1st and another one on June 29th.
Okay.
Down from 210 when I started cutting to 175.6 currently. Still shedding weight. And then here we go. His laughing emojis, the nerd glasses emoji. Joel likes to use that one a lot. And then no more new ones. So there you go, sir. You have been acknowledged. I hope you feel much better now.
We want to be inclusive.
Yeah, I'm just giving. Welcome to the live chat. This is me giving you a hard time for giving me a hard time.
Maybe you're getting a like. Someone said, first of all, hi, everybody. I see everyone. I'm sending much love to all of you. Eddie, I hope your grandmother's well. The cigars are in the tobacco lounge. It has to be separate.
They are back.
Because there's laws, and I was not a good boy, and Shopify almost wanted to take my ability to sell.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was after selling like 10,000 cigars. I got caught. So I didn't know, though. I didn't know. So now you have to acknowledge that you are underage, overage.
Really?
Sorry, overage. Let me ask something else. I wanted much love to you guys. So someone said they're getting vibes. What kind of vibes was that? I'm waiting. Is it like another Darth Vader or no? What's the other one? What's the Superman one?
Getting vibes? What are you talking about? I
Someone
didn't see
said
that comment.
I get vibes.
Who said this?
If you smell what I'm cooking, I think it's funny. Like I don't understand. I am so open. And so is Ross. And like a lot of the things that you have read or that I read sometimes that say about me, and it's not true. And so if they want to come and they want to come on here and ask questions, I'm okay. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide.
You might be reading too much into it.
Someone said, yeah. So no, what is it? Zod, General Zod. I get General
Zod thing. Yeah, you get that pretty often.
Yeah. Asking how tall are you, Ross?
I am 5'7". So it's good to see my stepbrother Sam Brooms in the house.
Long time no see, Sam.
So this was clearly a burner. He's been around lately. It's funny because he named it Dwayne, and it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the Avatar. I think because I talk wrestling on here and I'm a wrestling fan, that's why it's a wrestling type of burner. Hasn't done no stupid shit yet, so they haven't been blocked. Been keeping it peaceful, so they're welcome to hang. The moment they say something stupid, bye.
And you know what? And maybe that's something. So, and Ross, it's his chat.
He may be well natured. I don't know. He hasn't said nothing bad in a couple of days I've seen him. So
I think, and for me, I allow, if someone wants to say something, I leave it. But I said to Ross, why do you delete it? And he said, because it's my space and I want to have nothing but positivity. And I think that that's awesome.
yep. We're in my house right now.
Yes.
Everybody's welcome to come to my house, but you do something I don't like in my house, you're no longer welcome in my house.
So yes. So did you know? I wanted to say one thing though about Bloom, and I know that a lot of because the cap. The reason why the cap it feels this way is because if you touch the petal of a jasmine flower, it's this.
Mhm.
I wanted it to mimic it. If someone said that it's rubberized or I don't know what they did with it, but this is the color of the petal, and I wanted to feel that petal.
You wanted that tactile effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And doing the box with the different dimensions of the box.
Mm-hmm.
When I designed that,
Mm-hmm.
I think it turned out really nice. I think that it's one piece of paper and it's folded over. So the way the way I wanted it, yeah. See the cutout and everything. It's one sheet and
It's layered.
and it folds over and there's the plate. It's
Very
beautiful.
beautiful.
Really
Very
nice.
beautiful. It's very spring forward.
Yeah,
Very
and it's very Zaharoff. It belongs in the collection. I think it's a jasmine incense, and I was expecting people. I was expecting. Actually, I wasn't expecting the outcome that it had, and so I'm happy for that.
Well, I think you've garnered a following with your creations to where they understand that it's going to be something really good every
Yeah,
time.
I hope.
And they want to experience it for themselves to see if it's for them,
Yeah.
and that's why this one I was extremely avid of sample. If you're not comfortable with the pre-sale and you're even the slightest bit skeptical about if this is going to be too feminine, wait and sample.
Right.
Because that's why I tried to warn as best I can, because it is feminine. Even if it's not that feminine for a lot of you, which for me, not that feminine, for some it would be still. And I've seen a few where it is. So that's why I encourage so strongly about the sampling, because unless it's a limited release, which is rare, there's always samples available when it launches fully.
Right. So the bottle, so hi DDLD, the bottle sample.
Joe.
Summers, thank you. Thank you for going over there. And it's hard for me Ross. I don't know how you do it. Like it's for me to sit down and first of all, it's hard enough to sit in front of a camera and engage and I don't know how you do it. Like I don't know how you do it, but I appreciate people going over to my channel and listening to what I'm doing with the Brandon Bloom. And so thank you.
For those of you that didn't see, George did a breakdown of Bloom on the Zaharoff channel as well, if you'd like to go check that out.
And so the Seraphim, we'll talk after Mother's Day. Someone wants to do a bottle shot, this and that. I don't think people are gonna. You guys are not expecting what you're gonna see with Seraphim.
No, they're not.
You're not gonna expect it.
Yeah, until I get a green light, I can only go so far, guys.
Oh, so sorry.
I mean, like I said the last time we talked about it, y'all gonna see me praise this one hard. And anybody who wants to call me all the kinds of shills and I'm biased because he's my friend, you have the fuck at it, because I love this creation. This is for me. It's almost like Claude created it for me. It is a me fragrance.
And you know what, Ross? I think everyone, a lot of people, tens of thousands of people know that you and I are friends.
Well, yeah, it's up.
And I think that they know what's what.
Yeah.
I smell. It's so nice to see everybody. You guys, thank you. Look at everyone.
A beautiful group here today.
I'm very grateful for all of the support. I could not be doing this if it wasn't for you all there to support me. And I'm very grateful to allow me to do my art, because I couldn't do it without your help.
So here's one I know you've answered before, but I guess Noel wasn't here for that stream, possibly. Would you care to answer why you don't do the pressurized atomizers?
Okay, so let's have a chat here. Okay, so if you look, okay, hold on. I got to gather my thoughts.
One moment, please.
One moment, please. So I can't even tell you how expensive it is to have your own mold, your own design, not just one bottle, two bottles, and to have them made in Italy and wait the time I have to wait to get my bottles.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at my bottle, where is this here? You look at the bottle, you're going to see a little step here, right? You see the little triangle? A little triangle you see, all right? Now, you look at the Zaharoff cap, you're going to see the little indentation in the cap. I don't know. Let's see here. I got the like.
I can do it.
I thank you, Ross. So kind of you. So, and when you put the two together, right, you hear the click. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Ross.
You're welcome.
So, now, this is called a low profile actuator. They're made in France. And you'll see the little band that's around the top part here that actually clicks into the cap. There's a little like indentation. And so when you close the cap, it clicks it into place. That's why it's staying here from that little band. So for me to get the regular cap, people, when you press it and it doesn't have the amount that, you know, some people are like, well, it's not like whoever.
Dior. Dior is always the go-to.
Dior, okay? Yeah. It's because the design of the cap, for me to have that, the cap would be up to here. And that wouldn't look good this high. So the whole system is custom. The cap, this, the pump, the there, it's all custom made for this bottle. And I'm very happy with it. And so, and I'm not going to waste this, but look, this is fabulous. Does the trick. And I smell good.
Indeed.
And I'm saying it with love and happiness. I don't want to come across as aggressive.
Good, but out. It's good spray.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's French. It's fabulous. It's world class. And you know what? They're like, some people ask, are you going to do a magnetic and this and that? Why? When you have something that's absolutely fabulous, and you've sold hundreds of thousands of them.
That's just an idea, because we get spoiled to certain things. Like, I love the magnetic caps and the pressurized atomizers too. I totally get where they're coming from. I love it's the feeling of the press, but it's just the in the moment thing, because atomizers like this do the exact same job. They put out a great amount of mist, evenly distributed.
Right.
So it's not the end all be all, but it's like you described with, I'll take the way this cap functions over a pressurized atomizer, because it's so unique to this bottle.
Right.
And I love that. That's another satisfaction that I love, is that click.
Yeah.
That's satisfying. That's some ASMR stuff right there.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, and I think that the pressure it's so when you actuate, what happens is it works on a spring and air. Mm-hmm. So when you press down, obviously it's sucking up what you just released, and then it's filling it. Mm-hmm. And I think when you have a pressure, look, I have a bidet. I have got 2 toilets in my home. I got 3. Of the 3, 2 of them, they're pressurized. There's something fabulous knowing that when you flush the toilet, it gets sucked all out of there, right? You're not going to flood it. I get it. I like pressurized. I just think when it comes to perfume, I think it's okay.
Nobody saw or heard that. No big deal.
Hi, Kevin.
So Kevin asked when. So May 8th is Mother's Day. So after Mother's Day, he's going to start pre-sale on Seraphine Blue. Will be available in 2 ounce and 4 ounce.
Yes, and I'm not making that many large bottles because I don't want to get into it. The large bottles are made in France, but I took some bottles and I had them filled, and I'm going to offer it to this market. So the large and the small, are going to be offered in the Seraphim, and I think it's a good, you know, if someone wants a hint, even though I've listed what the ingredients are, the oils are.
Yeah, anybody that's been making purchases as of late from Zaharoff, the newest cards that come with all the fragrances and their note breakdown, Seraphim Blue's in there. So anybody that's been making purchases has seen the note breakdown.
So
before you get into this, what's the tease that you want to throw out there?
So the inspiration comes from the Greek islands because it's a blue fragrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the code name of the fragrance was Mykonos. And so it's a salt blue.
It's very coastal
fragrance, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be universal, right? It's
a true blue, and it's not just overloaded with the modern synthetics. Claude doesn't use them unless he feels it's necessary in a blend. And at least that's what he explained to me. And if you ever look at his formulas that are at least what's available, because not every single thing you see in a note breakdown is what's in every fragrance formula. But he doesn't work with a lot of ambergris and ambroxans unless the particular scent profile really would benefit from it.
And the Seraphim Angel, I should wait, but the Seraphim, the reason why I called it Seraphim, because it's the highest order of angels. And in the biblical, in the Bible, they're presented as a certain way, and I thought that was kick-ass, and so I incorporated it into my packaging in the box, and it was pretty kick-ass. The iconography. Yeah.
So he does ship to Canada. You can purchase from Zaharoff's website, and he will ship to Canada. So no worries there.
Yeah, no, it's a salty aquatic, but no, it's not a baklava. It's not. It's the inspiration came from the Greek islands, but it doesn't go for anything Greek.
Oh, I thought George said the 8th. I thought you said the 8th was Mother's Day.
The Alexa said the 8th. Alexa, what is the date Mother's Day in the United States?
No, it's the 12th. Yeah, Alexa's useless.
May 12th. Okay. May 8th. What the heck is that about?
I don't know why she said that. I Googled it immediately. It said May 12th. So our apologies, Mikey.
The 12th. Why did it say May 8th? Was it in Canada? Is there a Mother's Day?
Thursday is the 8th. If it's a Sunday is the 12th.
So. Okay, maybe I misheard. I'm an old man. You know, my hearing aids, I don't have them.
But it's also Mikey's birthday as well.
Mike Dinsmore?
No, I smell. I got a pen.
I smell. Yeah. I smell. And so I
don't have one of the new cards. Otherwise, I'd just go ahead and show you guys. I don't have one of the new cards. George, do you have one handy by chance?
No, but I put one in your box. No?
Did you? Then that would be this card, because this is the newest card. This is not the newest card. It is a card, but it's not the newest card.
I thought
freaking Zaharoff cards everywhere.
You would love me enough to have
here we go.
Saved in a box.
Here we go.
Well, yet I have warehouses.
I don't have it handy.
You found it?
No, I don't have it handy.
And
it must be on the shelf where my packages go.
Warehouses of Zaharoff bottles with his name on it, but not my cards.
You keep talking shit, I'm gonna show everybody your bottle. Keep talking shit. It's right there.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
He threatens me.
Yeah. Oh man. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Terrence, good to see you, sir. Has there ever been a thought to activate the samples prior to pre-orders? So you might not have been here when he explained it a few minutes ago. So that's for the pre-sale is for those that are in the U.S. market that are gonna, want to get it as cheap as they can get it because they're gonna buy it regardless. The samples are always for when the launch happens. If you want to,
even if you order the samples, you're gonna get it after the launch because I ship after the launch. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could turn it on if you want to do the pre-sale. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get it until after the pre-sale.
There you go.
So this is what's going to happen with the Europe. I think because I have the Seraphim Blue already filled. I'm waiting on boxes. I might. So I'm going to try sending so that all markets have it when it launches. So Australia, all the different markets that we're in should have it.
So Rising Sun asked if I know he meant citrine. If we're getting a citrine flanker anytime soon.
A citrine flanker?
Mm-hmm.
No. Citrine is a masterpiece. I'm leaving it the way it is. It's a masterpiece. Like I'm obsessed. And when for those of you that love citrine, the shower gel and the lotion. So when you have ancillaries, you don't have the different. When you have an oil for ancillaries, you're not going to have the top note, the middle note, and the bottom note experience. And so when we took the oil of citrine that's in citrine and put on the ancillaries, the musk oil came out more. And so I had Claude reformulate it a little bit so that it brought out the
clementine and the green.
clementine.
The green came out a lot more too.
And did you know that Coco Loco is 18% clementine? It has the same clementine as in the citrine. I didn't know that.
He didn't tell me how much he balanced it with. It's been a while since I've talked to Claude. I didn't know that.
It was a lot. So I'm sorry. I went. So we reformulated the lotion and the shower gel to have more of the clementine. So when you layer it, the moment when it comes out for sale, for those of you that love citrine, I would grab the shower gel and the lotion because I do the whole thing. I do the soap bar in the shower. I then do the shower gel. So I do the soap, shower gel. I get out of the shower. I slather myself with the lotion, and then I do citrine, and all I smell the entire day is just this freaking incredible citrine. I love it.
So Andre, once it will not be available before launch.
No.
So pre-sale, and even in North America, the bottles don't ship till the official launch.
Where's Andre at? Andre, I think
I'm not sure where in Europe, but he's mentioned Europe specifically.
I think that looks like a Romanian name. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Or something on the eastern part. George, if you can make it available for pre-order in Europe, I'll be ordering a big bottle. I hear how Ross talk about it, and I know, well, it'll be available for pre-order all over the world. You could order it for pre-order from Zaharoff, and so
it's just not going to be shipping until after. And the thing is, if you order it from Zaharoff for pre-order, just know that you're subject to duties and customs and all of that good stuff. If you don't want to wait till you can get it, like say from Chris from Lux Parfum.
I was. Did you see that? I was right. Romania. I like to say I'm a man of the world.
Well, how many countries is it? 100 and what?
Huh?
How many countries? 100 what?
109.
109 countries. Some multiple times.
I've been to Romania. I've been to Constanza on the Black Sea. I've been to Bucharest too. Any chance of getting Claude on for a live? You know what? I think that we need to do that, Ross.
I'd love to do the three of us in that situation because it's been in the talks for a couple of years now, and it just hasn't been able to come to fruition. Because that's something I've talked about a few times.
Maybe the third Zed creator will get him out here for that.
There you go, a third Zed creator.
Sean Hennessy. The way Ross talks about it, I know I love it as well. Ross, I'll tell you guys something about Ross. I'm one of
By the way, before he dives into that, there is no current plans for a third Zed creator. I don't want you guys speculating. He's teasing.
You guys, I'm trying, and Ross says no. So that's why I'm kind of pushing it. I'm going, Ross, come on, let's go third time. No,
yeah, the last thing I would want to do is make a third fragrance. You got me.
Ross is big now. He's big time, and he's getting Gucci and Tom Ford asking, and so he's like, no, Joe. So Ross is turning
Okay.
red.
Yeah, sure. You were saying, I think you were about to compliment me before you ran me down.
I'm impressed. Ross has like a mutant brain where he remembers stuff. You know, like
Oh my God.
Let's come up. Okay, the hotel in Edinburgh. You know, it came up to let's say 47 pounds, and then 3 years later, I'm like, the room was, I don't know how much that room. Oh, and Ross will say 47 pounds. Like Ross remembers numbers, so you can't lie to him. You can't fuck with him because he remembers everything.
I pay attention.
And you see he remembers his notes. He remembers everything. And so where am I going with this? I think that Ross will become I will say the #1 channel in Fragcom. I see that in my crystal ball. We'll see if I say the truth. And I'm not talking about.
Stretch, I'm sure.
I don't mean Jeremy. I'm not talking about Jeremy's not included in this. Jeremy is a superstar.
Yeah, it's a different beast.
I'm proud of him. I'm so proud of him. Okay, George, you must find out Ross' wrestling name, the Mutant. I like that.
The Mutant. Come on now.
How about the Memory Mutant? The Memo Mutant. Memo Mutant.
What is this, 80s wrestling? These cringe gimmicks, back when they had plumbers.
Hi, Joel.
That were a gimmick.
George,
So everybody's saying, bringing up the whole third fragrance thing. See, I knew if you said that, they were going to, or is he teasing? That's hilarious. No, we're currently not talking about doing that right now, guys. George has a lot going on. I would love to do that again. He's got me spoiled. I don't want to make a fragrance with anyone else. I'd love to do that again. And if he ever says, hey, you want to do it again? My answer is yes, 1,000 times. Absolutely. I would love to do that. I would love to have Claude create something again. I love working with Claude just as much as I love working with George, You
know what, though? I think Memo Mutant for your next third fragrance would be kind of cool, Ross.
No.
It could smell like a wrestling, you could have the sweat with the mat, like an old gymnasium. I like that.
Awful. Just awful. I know what I want to do. It's in a Word document. I know exactly what I want to do. I just need a green light from you. And there's a phone call for me to make Claude Deer.
Are you guys enjoying this? Who's Paul Ellering of
Paul
FW?
Ellering is a Hall of Fame manager for the Road Warriors, and then now he's managing AOP, which is a younger tag team. He's a wrestling manager for many, many decades. So that's why he's saying you're the Paul Ellering of the FW, because me and Dedrick call ourselves the FW of the Fragrance.
I see. I've never talked to Dedrick. Did I ever talk to Dedrick one-on-one? No. Not
one-on-one. I've had the two of you on screen with me at the same time for a short time, but that was, I think, just once.
I think that some people are scared because if they say, "Oh, but this is my bottle from Zaharoff," people attack them. So then they're like, they don't want to talk to me or have anything to do with me. So Dedrick, not Dedrick though. What'd you say, Ross?
That ain't Dedrick. Yeah.
No, not Dedrick, but Ross is like Rey Mysterio.
So good to see you, Alan. If I could pick one useless person to show up, Alan showed up. It's great to see you. It's been a while. So for those who don't know, we like to bust each other's balls. So just to give you a heads up, I don't hate Alan. I'm just giving him a hard time because he's going to do the same to me. So for those of you that don't remember, for my birthday, not this past year, the year before, I still have it loaded on here, Alan. I'm about to put it up real quick. Alan made this for me.
It's a boy.
Yeah. Let me pull that down. So just know that I'm just giving him a hard time. I love Alan. But he's useless.
There's no boxers today.
So
I'm in Dior today. Today's a Dior day.
You're actually wearing pants?
Yeah. See.
I'll be damned. There's a first for every live stream. Runway with the fan in the jeans.
I was telling Ross that I went to go get my spring summer Dior purchase. and it ended up being the aluminum siding on my house instead.
Well, you have spent a lot of money on that property remodeling.
It's okay though.
Looks
So
good.
yeah, thank you for having me, Ross. Are there any other questions before we say goodbye? And
Yeah, anybody have anything? We've almost
everyone
an
a
hour.
weekend.
George is hilarious. Y'all have no idea. Like, this is us just playing around lightly. George is way worse on the phone.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. You could
So
do an
am I.
exposed. Ross could do exposed George Zaharoff.
Oh my God.
The things that we talk, especially the what I say with
Between
and
me, him,
Ross,
and Joey. Oh God.
Ross is
Shout out to Joey.
crazy. The stuff that he says to me. But I think that so I did bring the fan. I wanted to do I wanted to bring the fan on the plane just so I could do some videos, like be a little dramatic. And when you go like this, it literally echoes through the whole cabin. It like hits the sides and it
I
goes
bet
all,
as soon as you did that, the person sitting next to you looked at the steward and said, "Get him out of here."
I'm in a berth. There's no one sitting next to me, Ross.
Across from you. I'm sorry, business class. My bad. So Kara was wondering if you'll be doing a bestsellers discovery set.
You know what? I want to. I'm doing a travel set. I'm only kidding with the business class. Yes, no, I'm not kidding. But I
No,
don't.
he only flies business class. That's not a
I don't
lie.
mind. Like sometimes there's been a couple times.
He's very. He's 6'4" and he wears the kind of shoes that make him 6'6", 6'7". He needs the room.
Recap of the vid for the late. Okay, can you do a quick recap of the vid? So we talked about Bloom and its success. It has been loved, and thank you very much. And then we talked about Seraphim Blue and the pre-sale, probably after Mother's Day.
George, you see that in the corner? Look below my shirt.
What'd you say? Yeah, I'm doing a quick recap.
No. Look below the Saints logo on my shirt. See it moving?
Oh, you're a piece of shit. Off with his head.
Like I say, you keep talking shit, I'm going to show everybody your bottle. So Alan said you only carries fans because you're so fucking hot. Oh, there you go, Alan. Alan now has a crush on you, is what he's finally letting you know the truth here, George.
It's beautiful. I do like, anyway, I'm not sure. So, Josh Iguana. So listen.
Oh my God.
When will there be a private jet? So my nephew, I went out to Seattle. My nephew is a pilot, and he took me around on his plane. And I thought, I don't want to fly commercial anymore.
I'm convinced this is Joel with some of these comments. I'm convinced this is Joel.
I'd pay for some used boxers. You know what?
This has got to be Joel.
I have gotten a couple emails asking me to send.
Yeah, there you go.
I've gotten a couple emails to ask me to send my used boxers.
My God.
Maybe
So Roy, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Roy, I was just going to say, I bet you Roy is in Scandinavia. He's in Norway. There is a plan.
Maybe so.
Someone asked me about my leather goods.
Let me see if I can find that one.
The expansion, for me to do the expansion to start selling in Europe, it has sucked up every penny that I have. And so I have to invest in that before I do leather goods, which I want to do. I've designed it and they're all ready to go, but it involves having inventory, and the European expansion is big, and I have to pace myself.
That's fair. Tyler wants to know if there's any plans for a Copa Loco body wash. That would be good.
So my partnership with Gentleman's Knot has come to an end. And so right now I'm just doing shower gel and lotion for citrine and black rose.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, black rose is being produced now. I have to be very careful, guys. There's 14 fragrances. There's two sizes. I have to be careful, and Zaharoff is a small company, and it's a Antonia, my partner, myself. We have someone part time that ships. Not part time. He does. No, he's full time. That does the
I was about to
shipping.
say, I thought Hercules was there every day.
Yeah, and so we're a very small company, and we're hiring. I was telling Ross this. We're hiring a director of the French company, which is a big deal. Like, it's a huge deal for us, and that could never happen if it wasn't for the support that we're getting from you guys.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. Like, I could think about it, I could cry. And so, thank you.
Josh said you're having a good hair day.
You like it? And it's not a mullet. Someone had written somewhere that it was, but if they want it to be a mullet, they can. It's okay.
Let him know, Josh. He said 1 more month to break the record, gentlemen. Join the damn membership. So, Josh, it won't just be you, but we are about to hit 1 year of the membership. That we are. Josh just won a bottle of Strong With You Absolutely in the past membership giveaway. Josh won a few times. Josh won, remember when I hit 100K, we did the double pack, Business Over Pleasure Evening Mystique? Josh won one of those too.
God bless. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Jonathan, I sent the oil of the black rose, I swear to God, and today they got it. And the first thing they said when they mixed it, they're like, holy shit, this black rose is incredible as a lotion and shower gel. So
I bet.
It's unbelievable.
I can't wait to try that because the citrine shower gel, magnificent. It's honestly, and this is weird, how the green note came out of it. It's almost a different fragrance. Like the citrus is the same. You don't get near the resin.
What are you talking about?
Green. I'm talking about the citrine shower gel.
Yeah.
Last time I visited, when I was going to take a shower, he's like, "Oh, the shower gel's in there. Use the shower gel."
Incredible.
My God, it's better than the fragrance. And that's like, I have no problem saying that. If you like the fragrance, I don't know about the body bar or the lotion. I didn't try those, but the shower gel.
Send it to you. I'm waiting for the labels. Everything's filled, and it's sitting on a shelf. I'm just getting the labels. So what I do now is I fill everything, and I wait. I wait for the boxes late because it takes time. RXL, you know what? In another lifetime, RXL is in my heart. So I'm glad you like the mullet.
What's up, Rick?
So yeah, if you want to, grab whatever samples you want. George has the best Greek mullet in the game. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
So Kara asked, any elixirs or intenses? I know the answer to that.
So Ross answered this for me last time. There is a privé coming out the end of the year. But go ahead, Ross. You could finish it.
So it's very original. It's not of the signature line. It's not like it's intense or elixir versions of anything available now. It's totally different creations, new DNAs, new originals, and the ones he has for this privé line, they're not flankers of one another either. They're individual original DNA releases, and they're even higher quality. The packaging here, it's not your standard Zaharoff boxes, and they're numbered releases. It's very special what is coming.
That's very
special. They are going to be much more expensive.
But sure. You'll understand why when you see it in the story. And
yeah.
Roy, I have to tell you something. First of all, I'm very honored that Ross has me on his channel. I don't take the friendship for granted. And the TLTG family has brought me into their hearts and their homes and in their bedrooms and in their bathrooms and their travel packs. And I'm very grateful for that. So I just appreciate it. Thank you.
So codename Mags wants to know, how'd you get into the fragrance world and how'd you come up with your own fragrance?
So I was in fragrance. I started when I was in my 20s. I'm 53. And at that time, I wanted to go into fashion. And I had started showing in Milan. I was 20 years old. And I designed a little clay bottle with a wood cap and a sprayer. And I went to Nordstrom. And I'm like, I don't know, what do you think? And Nordstrom bought it. And that started everything. In 2001, the perfume business, things happened. and I stopped doing it, and I revitalized it 5 years ago. So I
Great
hope that
question.
answers.
So let me scroll down. Let me get a little bit more current. Scott was asking if you do any extracts, which kind of ties into the elixir and
So I do
intent
have.
question.
So we do have an extreme of the pour ohm coming out next year.
But that's not just a ramped up oil concentration like an
No.
extra would be. That's the oud fragrance.
I took the signature pour ohm and I increased the oud. And it's been ready to go probably about 3-4 years, huh, Ross?
Since like you had him work on it around the same time that he was working on Royale and
Right.
Noir. That's how long that's been like ready to go. Like around the time those launched, which was October. Shoot, was that 2020 or 2019?
It was when were you in Chicago with Aussie Fragrance? It was last year, right?
No. I'm talking about whenever the Extreme was ready. Like this is the one. Eventually, I'm going to release this.
I think it was. Oh, that was. I had the 3 different percentages, so probably about a year ago from now.
It was longer than that, George. You've had the Extreme for a few years.
Okay, you have a better memory than me.
It's been a while. It's before Rosé,
right?
Which Rosé was 3 years ago.
So it's all about who you know. You know what is that connected to the question about how did I get into fragrance?
Let's see, where's that at?
Because I want to finish that. Let's say it is. So he says it's all about who you know. So
here we go.
I think that if I want something, I'll go after it. And I think that if you know me from the lives, that I will knock on a door, and it's very hard to say no to me. Do you know what I mean? Because Fragrance Fight Night is
persistence.
Huh?
Charm and persistence.
I think so, and I think that I'm not like I call it persistent, but in a gentlemanly way. Like, you know what? I'll go, listen, this is what I want to do. I think I could do it. I don't promise. But companies will work with you if they see that you really want to do this. And I think and then when I'm given the chance, I make sure that they don't regret working with me. Now, things happen. You make an effort. For me, as long as there's an effort made, it means the world to me. But sometimes in life, things don't work out. But if you make an effort, and Ross knows this to be true, just making an effort means the world to me, And so I'm glad you like my skin Fragrance Fight Night.
Let's see, Scott. I didn't want you to think I didn't see it. George has great skin. I'm telling you, Alan's flirting with you.
Thanks, Alan. You're making me blush. But
thank you for sharing. Definitely one of my biggest inspirations to be on that level of fragrance knowledge and legitimacy. And I've always wanted to make my own cologne at least once in my life. Well, when you're really into it, that's the dream, right? If you're really into this as a hobby and a passion, of course, you'd love the opportunity to create.
And I had this talk with Scott Aromatico about creating a fragrance. When the Zen Creator Project, and it's kind of interesting because Ross and Justin, we've had a front seat to all of this, and I thought it's a huge endeavor. It's huge. If we do it the way that we did it with the boxes, the plates, the caps.
Y'all have no idea how much money he invested.
And so it's huge. And I think that if anybody wants to come out with a fragrance, there's 2 ways to do it. One would be because you love it and you have a collection and you sell it and you're okay. You have other sources of income and you have a small collection. You're just sharing it and it's it moves slowly. And that's where the code name Mags comes into place. I think all of us that love fragrance have an idea of what kind of fragrance we would create. But when it comes time to doing a Z creator, unless it's done properly, it's not easy. And even if it's done what I consider proper, you just have to make sure, because you guys are a tough group to make happy, right?
I've never seen anything like it.
But it's been
And it's not necessarily all of you that are here active in the chat. He just means this online community as a whole.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For the group. Me
A lot
too.
of critics. A lot of critics.
I'm telling you, launching a fragrance is like having your penis out and having everyone look at it and go, so yeah, exactly.
Pretty
The
much.
scrotum is too big or too low, too high, too small. I mean, you go crazy. Okay, back to.
I mean, just look at business over pleasure. It's shit until it's discontinued and been gone a while. Then it's a masterpiece. Y'all should bring it back. Oh my god, it macerated. It's amazing. I've had to hear all that stuff.
I want to make.
Now, when I say the it's shit comment, that was a very select, small group of people, but that was a thing. And then that's what I'm saying. People are hard critics on stuff, and it's all fair. It's all a good thing because we need that. I find the good in most, but we also need people like Divine. I wish Divine was here. He's hypercritical on niche. He doesn't like a whole lot unless it's truly special. And we need people like that as well in this space. So it's all good stuff.
And I think it's good. Fictional reality arts. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm reading everything. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. The one thing that's hard for me is if something doesn't work for you, like something that I've created with myself, it doesn't work for you. I'm okay with that. But someone like you could be hypercritical, but I think not at the expense of, I don't know. Anyway.
So Scott put an eggplant emoji. Interesting choice. All right.
It's true. It's very stressful. And every time right before launch, Ross could tell that I get very, I start second guessing myself.
Yes.
Oh my God. I get very panicky.
Nervous is the word. He gets nervous. He's quite nervous with this. Like he said in the beginning, I didn't expect it to get received this way. And sometimes I'm the voice of reason with trying to calm him, like, because I strenuously I'm one of the lucky ones that get to test this. And it's like, George, you got to hit here. You have to calm. It's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be a Coco Loco and a Black Rose blowout immediately kind of thing. It's going to be a slower roll, which
I like.
Much quicker seller than he anticipated, obviously. But you got to temper expectations because we're talking a men's white floral dominant fragrance here, So this was a perfect example of that. He gets nervous for his launches, but you would too if you had the kind of investment he has into this, these custom products. That everything about this is Zaharoff. You don't see this and think of any other name. This is George Zaharoff.
Thank you, Ross. Good night, Roy. Roy is in 1:45 a.m. Good night, Roy. And Ross, thank you very much. Ross,
always a pleasure that you make it a point to come here every day, Roy. I appreciate you. You have a great evening, my man.
But it's a lot of fun creating these packaging. We had a lot of fun doing Evening Mystique. We had so much fun doing Business Over Pleasure.
I had a blast doing all of that. Alan, I hope you get 30 more ads. I really do.
If the whatever is left at Gentleman's Nod, I would get, because that will be it. The relationship was no longer moving forward. I don't know if he's got inventory there, but if there is anything, I would grab it because it's gone and done.
That's a Seiko turtle with a Digicamo NATO strap.
Your watch?
Yeah, I was asked about my watch.
Well, Ross, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, George.
Thank you.
I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate the privilege that you allow me to have when it comes to the brand. And I love when you come on here and share some time with us. And I know, the audience appreciates that as well. It's nice to dive into the mind of George Zaharoff when it comes to these things.
And the business of fragrance is very interesting. And maybe sometimes if someone ever wants, maybe we do a Q&A on that too, because it's a global business and the way it's run, it's so interesting. It's run like a spirit. It's run like a vodka business. It's kind of interesting. And thank you, Dilly. Any way I could get you to sign the bottle for me. Okay, so when you get the bottle for your mom, there's comments. And just put, please, you want me to sign the back of the bottle? I have a engraver, and I could engrave her name on there if you want me to.
So make sure to put a note in the order for George so he'll see it. So even if he's not the one, let's say Hercules gets the order, he'll let George know, hey, you have this to do on this one. So it'll get taken care
The
of.
bottle orders I sign, personally sign the samples. I can't. It's too much. Thank God. I really appreciate everyone's business, but when someone purchases a bottle, I'll sign the card. But the samples, I can't. It's gotten to where it's very challenging for me to get to everything. I would be there all day. One thing I think the pandemic for is me discovering Ross's channel and blowing my collection from 3 bottles to 3-digit collection. There you go, Marky.
Marky, I appreciate you. So Marky initially had 5 bottles of Business Over Pleasure, and then when Chris had a few left, he bought 2 more. He bought Chris's last 2 bottles.
That's
and
awesome.
Chris had some, so he had 7 bottles total.
I have how many of your bottles? I have a good stash of your bottles still, Ross. I held on to some of the bottles. I have.
That's why we gave a few away for the 100K.
Yeah.
He held on to a little bit. So, crew, thank you for sharing your opinion that I have the complete opposite opinion of. But thank you for sharing. Sorry to hear that you don't like it.
That's a good response. Sometimes people attack you if you like something. They get angry at you, don't they?
Well, the best part for me is if I pick with somebody in my comments, you've read text from me. It reads a certain way. I'm just playing around and looking for somebody to play back. And now I'm a condescending prick. I'm a narcissist. It's all of that shit. So it's almost to the point to where I'm about to abandon my comment section because I'm just trying to play around with people and have conversation. And those that hang in this live stream have learned how I am. They don't do that. But random commenters, it happens, and my replies get weaponized. It's very strange. It's very strange. I'm just playing around with people. I'm not trying to, hurt anybody's feelings. I'm picking. That's who I am. He knows firsthand. There's only one person in this world I pick on more than my wife. He's on screen right now.
We have fun with it though. A lot of love between us.
It's affection from me.
I've been introduced to Zaharoff. Very grateful. I'm grateful too, Jonathan. I think Ross and I have a good time, and Ross is one of the nicest guys. Like sometimes he'll be the way he responds. He's got just a funny thing about him, but there's not a mean bone in his body. And I don't get the hate that you get, Ross. I do get it. I think because people are
it's all good.
Jelly, peanut butter and jelly.
It's all good.
Kareem, much love.
I'm extremely thankful for the life. I said it in the last live stream. Without the one before I had Justin on, I'm super thankful for the life I get to live. I love my daily life. I love getting to do this with people on live streams. I'm a very, very happy and blessed individual. Me complaining is very selfish of me.
I do have something I want to show you, Ross. Hold on.
Sure.
It's funny how people want me to stand up and see my underwear, but unfortunately.
Well, because it happens most of the time. You're actually wearing jeans for a change.
Well,
Josh is not Bilbo. I know for a fact that not the case. Q, it's great to see you, my man. I hope you have a great evening. Have a great time with your daughter. A couple of weeks, be down to 4. Man, I appreciate I'm thrilled that you enjoy it the way you do. Brian Musgrave was like that with Evening Mystique. He has like 6 bottles of Evening Mystique. He loves it.
So those of you who wanted to see my underwear, so I ordered a 3-pack of underwear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the 2 of them still has the metal thing on it.
Lovely.
So now I have to go to Versace and look at this. If I open this, I have to figure out a way to do this. So there, you guys saw my underwear.
Your ears must have been burning, Dave. I mentioned you earlier, but when somebody brought up sending me a Decan Ombre tobacco, and I talked about how you've been on me. So he points out how I'm a ball buster. I can give you a prime example. 2 days ago, Dave sends me a picture of this incredible gourmet fucking burger he's about to eat for lunch. And I sent him a picture of my slender, clearly starved and deprived of food like that face. And I said, does this look like the face of somebody that needs to see that picture, Dick? And I sent him a flip middle finger emoji. And we had some fun with it because Dave's my friend. He understands.
People got to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're just picking. Because it's like, why would you send me stuff like that to just torment me? You know? It was gorgeous looking burger. I could like smell the deliciosity going on that plate. Oh my God. I bet it was amazing.
And I knew someone was going to say that I must have stolen it. That's why I did the security tag is still on here. It was sent to me.
5-finger discount.
I don't go to the stores. I ordered this, but
very much, yes. So Alan wants you to lose the jeans, George.
Yeah, okay.
Good to see you, Kareem.
I tell you, Ross. Anyway, so
guys, if anybody has anything, and here it is, Corey. That's exactly what it is. This is a purely South Louisiana thing. I've been away from Louisiana enough to where I don't have much of the accent anymore. But this is how I grew up. This is my childhood best friends, just like me. You know, that's me and my friends. This is how we talk to each other. All the places I worked when I lived in Louisiana, this is how me and my coworkers talk to each other. It's an oil field sense of humor. It's hard-nosed blue collar work labor in the Gulf Coast. It's that sense of humor. Like if where I'm from, if somebody doesn't like you, they don't pick on you. If they do like you, they constantly fuck with you.
I mean, Ross is from Louisiana, from rural Louisiana. I mean, he's a good. Anyway, I'm a
good guy, not a nice guy. I love the LL Cool J quote. I'm not the nicest guy on the planet, but I am a good soul, and I'm a loyal friend. He can tell you that firsthand.
Look at this, Giancarlo Marchi Fragrance. I think someone just left with the KIYZ, I think it was. He just went across. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. George, those have street marks still. No, these are clean.
Oh, wow, it froze. I didn't even realize YouTube froze on that side. Louisiana fast. That's what Ross's wife says. Oh, no, that is not the case, sir. That is definitely not the case.
I'm going to try making it down there so I can meet your wife and your family on one of your workouts, one of your competitions, Ross.
Well, you're going to see him in June. So shame on your nephew for getting married June 1st.
Awful.
Yeah, but June 29th.
I'll be
we'll
there.
See you in Sulphur, Louisiana for NPC South Central.
And so everybody will see you after Mother's Day with Seraphim Blue. Get ready. And much love, Ross. Thank you for having me. Room, much love.
I appreciate everybody for coming here and having a little fun. Alan, I'm so glad you showed up so we could fuck with each other a little bit. I haven't talked to you in a while. It's good to see you. Everybody in the chat, Dave, Rick, it was good to see a lot of familiar names and the usuals. It's great to see my regulars here all the time. George, thank you for spending some time with us.
Much love.
Any last words for everybody before we shut it down?
Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Sometimes just stopping and looking and acknowledging somebody, validating them, does the world for someone else and yourself. Much love. God bless.
George, it was an absolute pleasure. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks to everybody.
George Zaharoff, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, I appreciate all of you coming hang out. I really do. I love when George gets to come on here. One of my favorite people on the planet. Like I said, the only person I give a hard time more than him is my wife. Because that's, like I said, I like to pick. It's how I show affection. I'm the ball busting type. And that's why I get along with people like Alan and Dave, because they're ball busters. They talk shit. I love doing that. That's fun stuff. I don't know what the friendship is without picking with each other. It's fun. I've always found it to be fun. Anyways, so I appreciate all of you being here. Make sure to check out today's video if you haven't yet. We talked some newer blue fragrances this morning. Yesterday, we talked about 20 summer fragrances that I'm excited to wear in 2024. A lot of newer stuff that's going to be in the rotation this year. And then tomorrow, we'll have a full review of Dumont Nitro Intense. I'm going to have a dossier first impressions with a giveaway tomorrow as well. And then we have the weekly rotation on Sunday. We'll be back on Monday with another live stream, probably doing some more Italie d'Orange that Hoffman sent my way. Shout out to Hoffman Digital Photography, one of the longtime channel members. And yeah, that's all we got. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have an absolutely fan-damn-tastic weekend wherever you are in the world. And make sure to like the stream before you go. Y'all have a good one.